Part 31. After my death, the villain blackened again. Author, Ben Gongwei Pang. Chapter 306. She was added by a beast, and the smell of the saliva still seemed to remain on her, giving her the illusion of suffocation and death. Although she would be eaten by the devouring beast in the past, she used to eat her very simply. The host who swallowed her would immediately hang up, and she would return to her chaotic space in an instant. It has been eaten so many times, and never before has it been like this, really added to its barbed tongue and baptized by countless saliva on its tongue. Yanj had not yet reacted to the messy aggressive process in the wind, and Tongue Devourer's tongue came again, adding her again. Words of song. Really? Can she just want to run wild when she is a piece of paper? Hemp eggs, although she speaks softly and innocently, but her core is a tree with countless weapons. Mom, she must kill this guy. The face on her body flattened her mouth, and then she purred, crying. I have more water on my body, and I don't know if it is the tears of Yanj or the drool of the beasts. The devouring beast accompanies the cry of the song with its own purring sounds, and from time to time, it adds a song with its tongue. I found that my sharp cry was noisy to swallow the beast. Yanj calls the chicken, come on, think of a way. She didn't say anything about the foreword, but the chicken understood for a second. Will you commit suicide to the next level? Suicide. After Yanji silent for a moment, he gritted his teeth suddenly and said fiercely, can it not be eaten by this gene beast? Do you think I will give up this opportunity to counterattack him? Is this a counterattack? The chicken rolled his eyes silently, and the wood was almost kneeling and devouring heavenly beasts, and it was also self-confident to counterattack. It was really confident. As soon as the words of the song were finished, the body was swallowed again by the beast. Yanji, who just shouted the counterattack, felt that his arrogance instantly became a desperate chicken. Alas, I can't stand it in minutes. I really want to unload this gene beast by 8 pieces, and pull it out to bake it. The chicken said leisurely, you are sad. Words of song. She continued fiercely, you send me this kind of exercise similar to you/girl's heart sutra, which I can try to practice. The chicken stunned, such a gene beast, do you want to get on? You look at this ugly comparison, you look at your current body, ignore it. It looks like ugly comparison, what are you going to get on it? Yanj said fiercely, if you do succeed, you will become a benefactor. Although I am a banknote now, I am an ordinary banknote. If I see eat it, I have explained this problem. As long as I do eat it, I will put it on much easier. As soon as she finished speaking, she was swallowed by the beast again. Adding her mouthful of devouring heavenly beasts is still not enough to pout. Chicken, first of all, you have to solve these drool problems on your body. Otherwise, you might have been soaked into a pile of waste paper that needs to be refurbished. Yanj previously put a protective cover on herself when adding her, but I do know why. The tongue of the devouring animal can directly pass over the protective cover and add to her without hindrance. Although paper money is afraid of water, her body should not fall so easily. It's just that the saliva is slimy. Yanj resisted the collapse of his mind and closed his eyes to start practicing. This time, she must kill this gene beast. Happy New Year, 3 more, no surprises. I wish you all can find a male wolf dog ticket next year. After my death, the villain blackened again. Author, Ben Gongwei Pang. Chapter 307. Yanj was at it all night, and even the power to express his rhetoric was lost. The whole piece of paper was crumpled, as if it might be lumped at any time. This night was really hard. Probably the only thing that is more fortunate is that devouring heaven beast did not eat her. Does she still have to thank this guy for his mercy? When the devouring animal woke up, Yanji planned to cry and complain to Bo for the first time. What? I added you one night? How is it possible? You are so disgusted, how could I add you? The reaction of devouring the beast was more exaggerated than Yan Ji imagined, and it jumped up in anger and anger. After a few rushes, I rushed into the extremely large bathroom. Until the sound of the water in the bathroom sounded, the words of song, and then reacted later. This devouring beast seems to be a bit disgusted with her. Nausea. This word is used on her. She even feels very happy. Hemp eggs, after all, this guy used to describe her with delicious. So she didn't eat her this time, because she didn't like his taste? Why didn't you get her here? Because he didn't like his taste. The swallowing beast rushed out of the bathroom again in a whirlwind, and a pair of big brass bell eyes glared at the song. His beast-shaped features were fierce, and at this moment it looked even more embarrassing. Under the eaves, Yanj ignored the word disgusting it used to evaluate her, and shouted softly, "Brother, swallow the heavenly beast, are you finished? So fast." The devouring beast can't stand the blinking eyes on the note. Nima, when she heard the sound, it played in a minute, and wanted to swallow her 100. But it was disgusting. Before she changed shape, it didn't swallow her at all. Yanj shook his body and shook all the saliva that belonged to the devouring animal on the devouring body. "Brother, do you like me tightly? Look, these are yours yesterday. Add my saliva at night." She didn't waste any of it, and returned it all as a gift. The devouring beast that just washed himself. The devouring beast did not speak, and it turned silently to the bathroom again. It felt that it had to let go of everything and find a way to eat this plate of snacks in its belly. Otherwise it won't survive this day. The words are floating, and I want to go to the bathroom with the swallowing beast. As a result, the swallowing beast's tail fluttered and closed the bathroom door, and Yan Song slammed against the glittering door of the bathroom. Washing is very simple, but it took a long time to devour the celestial beast to build up the mentality that it was about to collapse. Waiting for them, the swallowing song that the devouring beast ignored, and its tail flickered immediately, then rolled up the small rockery on the coffee table in the living room. Then handed the rockery to its paw. The paw pinched a few times. It was originally a golden urn, and it was instantly pinched into a gold chain. It wore the gold chain around its neck, and rolled up the song into one of the hollow cylindrical pendants of the gold chain. This is how to draw a gourd necklace. Yanj found that this guy's claws were very clever, and then a piece of golden maggot shook its claws a few times, and it was pinched into a golden chain by it. Not being a blacksmith is a bit of a curse. There is an empty pendant in the middle of the gold chain. Is this her nest? It seems that this guy should have no plans to eat her for the time being. You are listening to novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. After my death, the villain blackened again. Author, Ben Gong Wei Pang. Chapter 308. However, although he hated the beast, Yanj still admired the free hand force on his paw. However, she thought maliciously in the bottom of her heart that this guy's claws could be so freewheeled. Shouldn't they be too stubborn? Wow, it's made of gold. You are so amazing, brother devourer. Your hand is so clever. I am dazzled. Yanj voice admires and admires infinitely. Brother devourer, this house you won't do everything in your own hands. The small nest that swallowed the heavenly beast was created by its own hands. Of course, the more secret the nest, the better, and never let others see it. Although this is the most normal thing, at the moment, praised by a little monster, it is rare to raise a little pride in his heart. It raised his chin. How can one's nest be faked by others? Wow, brother devouring heaven's beast, you are really too powerful. You are my idol. If only I had 1/10 of your power in the future. You won't have such a day. The devouring beast couldn't see the body of Yanj, and felt that this dialogue finally made it a lot smoother, and it hummed, the demon whose body is incompetent like you is practicing to it's too old to be old. What does this say? is it amazing to be a devouring beast? Now she is Grandpa Mao, more powerful than swallowing a beast. Then I will hold on to the thigh of the devourer, and I will cover him. I am incapable and not afraid. Brother devouring heaven beast is actually no different from Grandpa and Sister Mao. The devouring beast did not really care about this appellation problem. Now the devouring beast cannot see the ugly face of Yanj, and the food is near the mouth, so smelling the taste of the food makes it a little bit so satisfaction, and therefore notice this nondescript title. What the is brother devourer, it growled. Don't call my brother. The words are from the good, uncle devouring heaven beasts. Lao Tzu's name is not what anyone wants. The voice of Yanj was so sweet and sweet, uncle. Don't climb relatives with Lao Tzu, I'm a mighty man, you can't climb high, it's just a plate of small dishes, dare to squeak with it here, hemp eggs, want to eat this plate in minutes. Brother, Yan Ji was not timid. She was happy and shouted to swallow the heavenly beast, brother, I like you majestic and majestic most, you see how thin my small body is, I dream of getting fat. Lao Tzu is not human. What do you call your brother? Shut up. Brother, don't you like me anymore? You made me such a golden nest, and put me on your body to protect you, brother, I like you in my heart. Fart's personal protection, it just wants to smell to stop hunger. The devouring beast thought that he was an old monster, so he didn't want to be crooked with such a little monster whose hair did not grow out, and pursed his lips and walked towards the door with cold face. Entering the corridor, his body began to change, and every walk was like an evolution. By the time it reached the doorknob, the beast shape had completely become a human shape. On the first day of Chinese New Year, I played mahjong all day, and took some time to come up. I wish you all a happy family, happy and happy. And thanks to those little fairies who collected and voted for recommendations, blessed messages, and rewarded, thank you, without you no fat. After my death, the villain blackened again. Author, Ben Gongwei Pang. Chapter 309. His long, white hands, in a white robe embroidered with golden silk, his features clearly looked extremely harsh and indifferent. But the moment he went out to be illuminated by the sun, the whole person seemed to come from the radiant shrine. The handsomeness on his face softened his harshness and indifference, so that such a face did not have any extra expression. You can also reverse sentient beings. Fortunately, Yanj is not a woman now, otherwise she would be in a disadvantaged moment when she swallowed up the beast. After all, this guy's humanoid looks really good. She asked softly and a little uneasily, brother, where are we going? After hearing the words of the devouring beast, the expression on his face became even more indifferent. He did not respond to the words. But after getting out of his den, he reached out and tore a black crack through the void, then drilled into it. Although this guy's ability is not as good as before, his ability to tear the void is still admired tightly. She felt that she desperately needed to spend the time drooling with the devouring beasts on cultivation. The devouring beast did not leave this plane, he took the word song to shuttle in the dark for a moment, and then in a blink of an eye, appeared in a man's home. The man hasn't got up yet. No, to be precise, a man is doing morning exercises with a woman in bed. Yanj thought that it was here to catch the beast. After all, although the men on the bed look good, their facial features are a bit feminine. At first glance, they look like beautiful men. The main thing is that after the emergence of the devouring beast, the man was not panicked. He just reached out and patted the fart/egg of the woman around him and said softly, "Go, I have a guest coming. See you." Although his voice was soft and affectionate, the song still heard that his voice brought charm that could be deceiving. This man has such a good taste, can it not be a fox family? The woman reluctantly said and did not turn her head to look at the devouring beast standing by the bed, so she went out of the bed naked, picked up her own clothes on the ground and headed out of the bedroom. When he left, he closed the bedroom door for the man. As soon as the woman left, the man on the bed supported his head with one hand, and smiled at the devouring beast, and the light flowed around as if he was holding his favorite person. Why, the big guy came to me, it is difficult want to discuss the yin and yang harmony between male and female. Swallowing the beast is sharper than Yan's nose. He hates the smell of this man. Although his eyebrows are still at this moment, the cold breath on his body still leaks his mood. Ignoring the man's words, he asked directly, "Have you changed the body of a little monster into another shape?" The man slightly looked up and stared at the devouring beast. "Can the little monster you care about still not enter your stomach? This is a little incredible. Why, what is the little monster's body? What do you want to change it to?" After waiting for the devourer to respond, he continued, "Isn't this little monster your little lover? Is it too small to hold you? It's really a sad thing, but you can become human and it intersects, and there is no need to waste so much to make it into another form. Oh, I know, you like animal shape popping? This preference is really a bit heavy taste. The big guy is just different. No matter what you do, you can admire envy and envy. After my death, the villain blackened again." Author, Ben Gongwei Pang. Chapter 310. Before the man's words were finished, he swallowed the fist and smashed into his mouth. When the man was smashed directly into the bed, when he looked up, he coughed a few times with blood in his mouth, and spit out several teeth. Without the front teeth, he could not clearly write the words to the devouring creature, "Warm up, don't bother." Devouring heaven beast smashed another punch, giving him no time to react at all. Words of song. Originally thought that since this man dared to provoke the swallowing beast, there must be two brushes, so the result was so unbeatable. I have to say that Yanj still admires the man's courage. The room was too small to accommodate the beastly shape of two people. So the two were fighting in humanoid form. But even so, the two were still extremely brutal. Of course, what is really cruel is actually swallowing the beast. Men have been in a passive state of beating, which is completely a personal sandbag. Although the man was being beaten, his mouth was really low, and even if he couldn't understand the words, he was always persevering and beating the beast. You don't want the little demon who changed the body to be the one hanging on your neck. This little demon tastes so good, why don't you swallow it? You don't eat it for me, I don't dislike it at all. Boss, your fist is so hard today, is it because your hasn't been vented yet? If you don't eat this little demon, why not keep it to break that place for you? I can actually help you with such things at Shippy. After all, we have this relationship, huh? What do you say? There is absolutely no need to let such a beautiful and not beautiful little demon help you as long as you have the ability and ability. It's good and experienced, and it's also a practice. The shy man finally stopped, because his mouth was crooked by the swallowing beast, and he couldn't continue talking. The rage of devouring the heavenly beast was soared by this man's provocation, so even if the man was silent, he continued to bang the man. Until the man was stung into a fox, and swallowed the sky beast, he kicked the man fiercely, tearing the void and returning to his Qin manner. In this manner, the scope of the waiter's activities is not the same as the swallowing beast. The place where he lives is a restricted area in the manor. Of course, he set up an enchantment, making this restricted area a non-existent area within the manor. Having entered his territory, he swallowed the fangs. He shouted to the little demon hanging on his neck, "Ears up, I'll teach you to practice transformation." Yanj said weakly, "Brother, they have no ears. Devouring beasts, want to swallow this guy." Yanji ignores his anger that seems to be out of control. Tian Nyanyo's voice is curious and asks again, "Brother, will you mingle with me after I have become a practitioner?" The swallowing beast reflexively remembered the face on the banknote. Fortunately, his anger has been vented once. Although he was speechless about the idea of not serving himself as a dish, he did not continue to run away, but snorted coldly, "Just like you. Can kill you once." Words of song. She seemed to hear some words of yellow violence. But the showy fox obviously said that swallowing the beast is a good thing. Yanj's firm voice is extremely adored. "Brother, you are so good. Brother, rest assured, if you like me so much, I will work hard to cultivate and help you to the stone skin. Come to 4 more, haha, think I'm great. You are listening to novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. After my death, the villain blackened again. Author, Ben Gong Wei Pang. Chapter 311. Devour the Sneer. That saucy fox has 9 tails, but now there is only one left. Do you know why? He said in a sullen voice. Because I made him like that. Ah, then he must be particularly bad. Otherwise, how could a good man like his brother hit him? He must be a big bad guy. This sweet and glutinous voice always makes the devouring beast forget the appearance of her body in an instant. After thinking about it, he thought of her body, and then he immediately wanted to run away. If he didn't think she was too dirty, he would devour her countless times and vent his anger. Yanj continued, "Brother, don't be angry. Such a big bad guy is not worth your anger. When I get better in the future, I will help you to anger him." The devouring beast rolled his eyes, and he found out afterwards that he meant to teach her to practice transformation, and now the topic is so far away. Listen well, I will teach you a set of exercises. After that, you will practice every day. You cannot fall. Yanj said weakly, "Brother, I'm stupid, I can't necessarily learn it. What will I do when I learn it? Will you hit me?" Devouring beasts, do you think you have this fart/share thing? Then, how could she hear a bit of contempt? Hemp eggs, although she is flat and flat now, can definitely stagnate potential stocks. The voice of the song was difficult. "Brother, what can I do if I can't learn? There is a limit to the patience of swallowing the heavenly beasts, and the threat is fierce. I will not eat you if I learn." Oh, Yan Ji's voice was dull. After a while, it seemed like he couldn't help but ask curiously again, "Brother, is it the kind of food I understand?" There are indeed many types to eat: steamed, fried, and grilled. Of course, if the quality of the dish is good, the original flavor is the best. He felt that this piece of paper was the most quality dish in his food. However, the thought of how many people have touched this paper made him unable to get his mouth. Forget it, he waited, maybe he could practice a clean shape with this paper. Yanj said in a shy voice, "Brother, I'm not in shape yet, just as the fox said, the shape I've cultivated is very small. What can I do if my brother and I are not the same size? I can't eat it." Devouring beasts? What is this torn paper saying? Why didn't he understand? Yanj, brother, do you keep me because you like me and want to make a deal with me? Devourer. What the hell? He wanted to pull out all the ragged teeth and tongue. Before the devouring beast was about to run away, Yan Ji continued to say, "Brother, don't worry, for you, I will practice well. I will try to cultivate another shape as soon as possible and help you get the stone skin." The devouring beast heard the swearing voice of Yan Ji, his teeth were ground, and anger that could destroy the sky was crushed by him. If this torn paper can be cultivated hard, this sacrifice of him, even if... Who is the devouring beast? He just exists to do whatever he can to eat. With such a little grievance, he can still bear it. So after he was silent, he tried to make his voice calm and gentle. "Well, then you practice. Brother, can I ask you a question before practicing?" His peaceful voice was about to crack. "Say." After my death, the villain blackened again. Author, Ben Gong Wei Pang. Chapter 312. Brother, do you like female beasts or male beasts? Yan Ji's voice was a little confused. I don't know what my brother likes, and I don't know how to cultivate in the second form. Devouring Heaven Beast does not think this is a problem. As long as this guy is cultivated in the second form, he must swallow this guy as soon as possible, whatever. Can you do it casually? Yan Ji sounded extremely surprised. Can my brother and her male be beasts like my beast? Then I want to be hermaphrodite. But how can I be hermaphrodite? Devouring beasts, this little devil always speaks with a female voice, but the body is obviously like a male, and hermaphrodite is quite suitable for her. However, swallowing the beast is a bit receptive to incompetence. I always feel that the hermaphrodite is a bit like a she-male, with two hot eyes, so after grinding my teeth, I said, female. It turns out that my brother's sexual orientation is normal. I thought my brother really had something to do with that fox, and I was scared to death. Yan Ji waited for the beast to respond and continued, brother, that fox, is he a friend? He doesn't seem to have a brother. You are terrific. Why is he still a friend? According to the Song's impression of the devouring beast, this kind of fox should have been eaten by the devouring beast long ago. What is special about the fox that can keep the devouring beast? With so many tails off that fox, the relationship between the two beasts must not be so harmonious. Not a friend. Although the devouring beast relieved his voice, he could still hear a bit of irritability. It's just a stinking fox, how can I be a friend and hurry to cultivate? Oh, okay, practice right away. Just brother, you haven't reached puberty/estrus yet, are you still immature? But how can a monster like you be so immature? I said that Laozi is not a big monster, Laozi is a devouring beast. The devouring beast was intolerable, and it roared, I am an adult. Are you practicing or not? I asked a question, but this guy squeaked and said so much, noisy. Cultivation, I practice, Yan Ji said timidly under the anger of the devouring beast, but brother, I have one last question for you. The devouring beast felt his temple beating abruptly. If this torn paper had a shape similar to that of Sao Fox, he would surely scoop the torn paper into a pile of waste meat. However, of course, he was reluctant to smash her into waste meat. After all, it was so delicious that it made him intoxicated when he smelled it. When he broke the paper to cultivate another shape in the future, he would surely take it seriously and concentrate on breaking the paper. If you swallow it, it's the only way to make this delicious. Even if the swallowing beast is not just a patient beast, he is still a little patient with this delicious food. Although he frowned and his teeth were still grinding, he thought it was the last problem, and he held back the bad breath. You ask. Since my brother is an adult, why is there no stone skin? Devourer. His patience was finally ruined. Not only the nails on his paws, but also the barbs on his tongue, he was exposed. There was a low roar in his throat. He couldn't bear it. Brother Yanj seemed to be unaware, and continued to say in a cute and innocent voice, is there no stone skin because I didn't meet the person I like? I can be liked by my brother. I am very happy and very happy, brother, rest assured, I will practice well without shame on you, and after I have cultivated the second shape, I will help my brother stone skin. After my death, the villain blackened again. Author, Ben Gong Wei Pang. Chapter 313. Devourer, shut up. He grinds his teeth and scratches his claws on his favorite gold floor. He now wants to go for a demon. Of course, before that, he had to reason with the broken paper and make it a little clearer. What is self-knowledge as a plate of dishes? Laozi is not a place, and I do not like you. Yan Ji giggled, brother, you look so cute, look at you, your face is red. Devouring heaven beasts, I was so angry. The devouring beast thinks he has lived long enough, but he has never encountered such a retarded demon. If it weren't for its delicious taste, he would feel that he was insulting his style even after eating this guy. Almost silent, he asked in a cold voice, "Why do you think I like you?" Not only does this little demon have no self-knowledge of making dishes, he has no self-knowledge of making demon. My brother built such a golden nest for me, and he said he was going to eat me. Even that sassy fox knew that my brother liked me. How could I not know? The voice of Yan Ji rejoiced and said, "Brother, I know you will be shy if you are thin-skinned. Don't be shy. I try to cultivate, brother, you remember me." After she finished speaking, she really started to practice the exercises taught her by the devouring beast. Feeling the aura flowing around the neck, the anger of the devouring beast reached the bottleneck and was pressed back by him. Damn, he's such a skinny man, it's a shame that even a little demon said he was thin-skinned. If any other demon dared to say this, he would surely frustrate that guy, but now, it is this moment of delicious torn paper that says this. His fists clenched and slowly let go. He wanted to go out and find a demon to vent his anger, but he was afraid that he would be shocked by the little demon who was practicing at the neck, and he could only endure snoring on the big sofa. Although the techniques of the devouring beasts by Yanj are advanced techniques, they have no effect on the improvement of strength. The main function of this technique is to transform the second form. Yanj didn't change the exercises halfway, because she felt that such exercises had no effect on the body like the host. What the host needs more is the method of improving ability. The devouring beast snored for a long time, and the taste buds were seduced by the smell on his neck, and he kept licking the gold pendant on his neck with his tongue in the sleepless room. Drool was even more lame. While drooling, he was figuring out when this little demon would be able to cultivate the second form. By then, he will surely swallow her. After all, being a dish of him is also the honor of this stupid demon. But he waited and waited for a long time. Not only did he not feel the second form of the little demon, he didn't even feel the little demon's training progress. "What's the matter?" he jabbed at the gold pendant, "it's been a long time since you've cultivated. Why isn't there much aura in your body?" Although he interrupted the practice of Yanj, he did not make Yanj feel uncomfortable because of the gentle means. Yanji asked blankly, "Isn't my practice good? In order to give my brother stone skin, I've been working very hard, why can't I make a profit?" The word skin made the devourer feel a toothache when he heard it, and made him forget even his main thing. He grabbed the gold pendant with his claws, and he snarled angrily, "When I said that Laozi is wrong, you are deaf yet? Okay, what my brother says is what, I know he's thin and shy." Devourer. You are listening to novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. After my death, the villain blackened again. Author, Ben Gong Wei Pang. Chapter 314. I can't speak well anymore, so I want to swallow the cricket. Just when he swallowed the heavenly beast with anger and smoke, and wanted to use his flood power to tear the sky into pieces, Yanj spoke again. "Brother, then how can I cultivate?" Her voice was soft and glutinous, and matched with the delicious flavor she exuded, let the devouring beasts listen to the slightest intoxication. He suddenly felt that if she practiced the second form, it might be perfect. If that was the case, she should be able to relax and enjoy the whole body. "Brother, do you say it's because I'm not talented? Or because I'm too stupid? What can I do now? I can't practice the second form, I can't help my brother's skin." The enchanted devouring beast suddenly fell from heaven because of the last two words of the word song. He sprayed 2 tubes of depression on his nose, his teeth were worn and ground, and he finally said, "I teach you a new cultivation method. Test." Oh, okay. Yanji didn't think she was wandering around at the gate of the ghost. Although she promised to be happy, she immediately said, "Brother, can I go out and wander around before practicing? I want to see how the girl who has been caring for me is doing now." This little demon's brain circuit will never go online. What a mortal remembers, swallowing the beast completely can't understand. She forgot you. What did you see her? Yan Ji said in a voice, but I still want to see her. I want to see if she's been good. I've been with her for so long, and I want to see her well. What if she's not doing well? I can help her well, even if I can't help her weakly. There are brothers. Brothers are so powerful, they can definitely help her. Invisibly found a big backstage for Zhao Xiaomei. Brother, good brother, take me to talk to her, okay, please. He didn't want to go to swallow the beast, he wanted to let this little demon Molly practice. However, he also felt that if he was concerned, the cultivation might be in trouble. Although he was reluctant, he could swallow the little demon into his stomach in order to swallow the beast and walk towards the door with a cold face. When he went out, he was a well-dressed Qin family. Although the devouring beast did not have a big fanfare, when Zhao Xiaomei was found, because of his identity as a young man from the Qin family, he still attracted the attention of many people. Not only did Zhao Xiaomei get married, but she also gave birth to a little girl. When she swallowed the heavenly beast, Zhao Xiaomei and her old justice were good at hosting a birthday party for their daughter. With the support of the Qin family, Zhao Xiaomei was really flattered. What surprised her most was that when the younger Qin family met, they asked her, "How are you now?" This question asked Zhao Xiaomei for a moment, but she was a little confused, but she experienced a lot of things, so even if she was scratching her head, she smiled and nodded back, "Well, I'm fine, thank you for your concern." Having got this sentence, the devourer originally wanted to turn around and leave, but he stopped shortly after turning around, and his eyebrows wrinkled briefly. Then he looked at Zhao Xiaomei, "What about your husband? Why are you married? Does he like you?" Zhao Xiaomei narrowed her eyes and stood not far away, looking at her husband with anxiety. She smiled, and always felt that this young Qin was not like the legend, and also gave her an impression of the young Qin. Make a radical change. After my death, the villain blackened again. Author, Ben Gongwei Pang. Chapter 315. Zhao Xiaomei said softly, "I like him very much, and he likes me too. We got married because we wanted to grow old by relying on each other. I am doing well now. Thank you, Mr. Qin, for your concern. Thank you this time, she is from the heart." Even though Qin Xiao could be heard indifferently when she asked questions, she still felt very warm. After all, it was like the sun and the moon in front of her, which was completely unattainable. He came to her child's first birthday party today and asked so many questions. It was too unexpected and too pleasant for her. After all, she never expected that even people like Qin family would pay attention to it. She is doing well. Huh, the devouring beast gave Zhao Xiaomei a glance, and he left without talking. He is a beast, and he can't understand the love and affection of these humans. For him, these guys are just asking for troubles, and he can't understand why the little demon is obviously a demon. Human affairs, this is nothing to do. The devouring beast came and left quickly. He was eager to go back and teach the little demon to practice, but those people at the banquet felt that his high and mysterious was very consistent with Qin Xiao's temperament. This time, the practice method of chanting the heavenly beast to Yanj is good. While speeding up the formation of Yanj, it can also improve the ability of Yanj. If you practice well, it shouldn't take long for you to become an adult. However, she was rare to be swallowed by the beast golden house treasure. How could she be reluctant to be swallowed by the beast? So while she was working her cultivation, she kept her cultivation as a hidden part without any trace. The devouring beast is a beast with only patience. In addition to guarding his plate of dim sum cultivation, he is urging the plate of dim sum cultivation. He has had countless beautiful dreams. In the dreams, the little demon turned into a plate of beautiful desserts and was swallowed by him. The beautiful dream made him drool after thinking about it afterwards. However, recently it seems that someone is working on his Kinchinj idea. There was always an unknown detection object sweeping over his den. Kinchinj has mountains and water, mainly full of aura, which is why the devouring beast settled in Kinchinj. There are even those guys with short eyes who dare to disturb his territory. I really don't want to mix up. The devouring beast left his den with anger, and his consciousness swept across the border of Qin City and completely persecuted. One day in the mountain, it has been 1,000 years in the world. He was afraid that going out and swaying would interrupt the practice of the little demon, so he kept nesting in his old nest and did not go out. He would sleep or dream in the whole day. There is no chance to pay attention to the outside world. He didn't think it was too long because he had a bite to eat, but the situation outside was obviously upside down than before. Fortunately, he has seen this more than once, and he understands that about this human world has changed again. It seems that he has been lazy and hasn't brushed his face in the human world well, so these guys don't know he is not so provocative. Yan Song's consciousness was completely stunned when he swept outside the picture. Once the mountains and rivers of Qin City with green mountains and rivers, and people coming and going, the crowds are no longer there. Everything is still intact except the enchanted beast enchantment. The enchantment is surrounded by deserts everywhere. The desert at the moment is full of heavily armed robots, and the direction they are enclosing is the enchanted nest of the swallowing beast.